Alright folks, as we kick things off here, this is our main event. This is for the Dream Masters #1 contender, really, as Philip Awesome starting things off with, well, Ivan Dolphin Shark of the Red Army, who's just been eliminated, unfortunately. So Philip Awesome, part of the Awesome Ones, made his return for the Survival Melee, and that's what you're watching. All of the people involved in this match are guys who have won, who have survived. The Hulk, unfortunately, is part of JoJo's adventure group. That's Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk. As the Hulk getting picked up by Philip Awesome. That's Lou Ferrigno there, longtime mentor to JoJo the bodybuilder. Also involved there is Arnold, who is not going, who unfortunately did not survive. However, Sub-Zero, he did survive, fortunately. So Lou Ferrigno stepping in for, unfortunately, Michael Jordan suffered an ankle injury during the match. So JoJo had to call up his long-term mentor, and this is where Hulk came in, Lou Ferrigno. And here comes, representing the F4L, Ace Adams at #4. I guess that's makes sense. Ooh, Philip Awesome, what a spine buster since returning, part of the Awesome Ones, missing a sidekick. And now Ace Adams with a backbreaker to Philip Awesome. And watch out for Lou Ferrigno. Misses a clothesline, catches him that time though. And Ace Adams down. Ooh, and Philip Awesome. Good showing here by the returning Philip Awesome. Just in his tiger getup. As he is taking it to everyone. Shoving down Ace Adams. He's not going to like that, the daredevil of the F4L. And there's a neck breaker for his troubles. And now Lou Ferrigno sent to the corner. And a right hand, knife edge chop. A right hand again. Oh boy. Kane Hodder, part of the team with Triple D and Sleepy Bear and Company. Sleepy Bear and the Horror Connection survived, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the only one eliminated. And there goes the Hulk, courtesy of Ace Adams. As he's going after a good friend, Kane Hodder, who's got Ace Adams up, and see you later, thanks for coming, Ace Adams, courtesy of the Kane Hodder, who is the largest guy in the ring right now. Philip Awesome, not a stranger to Kane Hodder, as he and his brother, back in the day, would team up against the Horror Connection. Of course, his brother is Damien. Wow, what a showing by Philip Awesome with 3 eliminations. Philip Awesome feeling pretty good about himself. Sorry, he's got 2 eliminations, but 2 big ones, I might say. And here comes another member of the F4L. It is D-Rock, kind of the muscle of the group, who's walking with a snap nair, courtesy of Philip Awesome. Drop kick to the head. Philip Awesome, the gamer, likes to use the high-flying aerial maneuvers and be a little risky. Ooh, drops an axe kick. And butterfly suplex. Interestingly done. As D-Rock having some issues with Philip Awesome. Knife edge chop. And D-Rock, big man, reverses, and see you later. That's also known as a rope-a-dope technique, when you get the guy tired enough, and D-Rock just took over by eliminating Philip Awesome with a beautiful clothesline. And here comes another member of the Awesome Ones. It's kind of funny that every time an M4L member comes in and an Awesome One comes in, and here comes Stan the Man Lee, who's welcomed with a backbreaker by D-Rock McQuaid of the F4L. He is the muscle of the group. Stan the Man Lee, however, not shy about the ring and is very much accustomed here. Oh my, right hand by Stan the Man Lee, the father of Spider-Man and multiple other things. Ooh, nice body slam. Ooh, Stan Lee catches D-Rock with a kick. Don't let his age fool you, folks. Stan the Man Lee is a feisty old man. And DDT, and don't tell him I said I was an old man, but D-Rock sits right up. Ooh, and a standing sidekick by Stan the Man Lee, and looks like we're going to have someone else join these two in the ring. D-Rock, oh my! It's another member of Sleepy Bear and Company, and here comes Robert England. We saw Kane Hodder earlier. He already eliminated, and there goes Stan the Man Lee, courtesy of D-Rock McQuaid. And now Robert England's in there. Uh-oh. And goes nowhere. Ooh, and there's a Fred KO. That's a Robert KO, ladies and gentlemen. And knee to the head by the Master of Nightmares, Robert England, dressed in his Freddy Krueger garb, dropping D-Rock. These two have a mutual respect for one another, seeing how Robert England, Kane Hodder, they are members of the F4L, a long ways around, as there goes D-Rock, courtesy of Robert England, who is the only one left in the ring. This is a heck of a thing right here. What a showing by Robert England. Oh man, it's George the Animal Stevens, ladies and gentlemen, of the Stevens Brigade. And here he comes, the hippie. And Freddie's showing his alliance to the F4L, and George the Animal Stevens greets him with a back suplex. And the music-loving hippie, we'll see his grandson, they're the sole survivors of their team, as England, with the Luthez press, with some right hands to the music lover. We'll see his grandson probably later on, as he has not come in yet, and that is Shy Blue, the grandson of George Animal Stevens. Ooh, working on the arm. We saw earlier, just before this, that Shy's mother won the Warrior Wrestling Grandmasters title, winning their melee. Interesting to see if they can make it a family affair, as George takes it to England. And here comes Doctor Who. Body slam by George, and here comes Doctor Who, with a nice judo throw by Doctor Who to George Animal Stevens. Probably both were around during the time. England takes down Doctor Who. And there's the Robert KO. George Animal Stevens looking to pick up the pieces. And it looks like a neck breaker. It is. And England gets a right hand by George as well. And the music lover is come to fight. As Doctor Who pulling himself up, front face lock. England sends off the rope, hip toss. And Doctor Who, I don't want to be on the ropes like that. Oh man, and here comes Carter Stritzel of the Strike Force. We saw all of their team advance. And George eliminates Robert England. And here's Carter Stritzel, who sends George out to the ring. And Doctor Who just saved George. You want to bet that Carter Stritzel, don't mind his size or his age. He will make you pay for it. As now Carter Stritzel looking to take on everybody, because George using the weight and size advantage to it there to his advantage. Drops the youngster from St. Louis, Missouri. We saw his brother lose the MMA Grand Prix title, his rematch earlier. But also, number 13, Yasani Verkovitz also lost the title in a shocking turn of events. Of course, Yasani will get a rematch for the MMA Grand Prix title, regardless, since he is the former champion. That's how we do things. And here comes Sub-Zero, member of the JoJo's Adventure. We talked about him earlier. Unfortunately, his comrade, Scorpion, was not able to withstand the onslaught. We saw the Hulk earlier. Lou Ferrigno got eliminated. We yet to see JoJo as well, the bodybuilder. And there goes Carter Stritzel, courtesy of Doctor Who. And George catch him with an elbow. And another one. You gotta watch out for Sub-Zero, though. He will make you pay. Oof, sweet dreams. Sub-Zero will make sure you know that he's there. And he just welcomed himself with a stunning sidekick. George is still out as he turns his attentions on to Doctor Who. He was a member of the chess club along with Jackson R. Scott, who again we're yet to see. And Sub-Zero drops George Stevens again with a kick. Oh my! We have a special guest joining the fray, as it is The Undertaker, who's a sole survivor of his Ministry of Darkness, who just wrapped up 30 years in the wrestling business. He's come here to say goodbye to the Dream Masters, as he's here to take part in this melee. He goes after George Animal Stevens first, of course. And here comes the choke slam. George, thanks for coming. And he's been eliminated, and Sub-Zero eliminates Doctor Who. And now we got Sub-Zero and The Undertaker one-on-one. Nice German suplex. Courtesy of Sub-Zero, the cool one. I don't know where JoJo is, or where JoJo is, what number he's drawn, but we haven't seen JoJo, his captain. We're at number 14, and it's Tristan Thanks of OK Thank You, Minty. And Minty, actually, he's the first guy we haven't seen yet. And here comes Tristan. He and Mike, along with Minty, survivors of their team, as he's choosing to mock Sub-Zero, which he just paid for that. Nice exploder suplex, courtesy of Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero teaching Tristan not to mock him, and misses an uppercut by The Undertaker, who gives him a right hand back, and there's a shot to the back by Tristan. Taker with the back suplex. Oh, Tristan now lighting up the big man. Imagine whoever eliminates The Undertaker, if they can eliminate The Undertaker, that would be a huge thing for someone. What a right hand back by Taker. Tristan using that speed that he's known for. Ooh, from behind. What is this going to be? Oh my, face breaker. Ooh, it's another member of the Red Army, and it's Kinderhulk this time. We saw Ivan the Dolphin Shark, their captain. Here's Igor Kinderhulk, the Russian gymnast who has taken The Undertaker by the hair. Oh my, look at the strength of this young man. And Kinderhulk just tosses The Undertaker. That's a huge feat right there, as Tristan trying to lay Sub-Zero. And now, oh my. And Igor Kinderhulk, down goes Tristan. And now he's caught himself some Sub-Zero. What an entrance by Igor Kinderhulk. Eliminating The Undertaker, laying out Tristan, who's still out. And of course, now trying to eliminate Sub-Zero, and successful in doing so. That's 2 eliminations. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Another member of the F4L, Sole Survivors, as we eliminated the bullies. And here's Crip Boy from Wales, our Welsh member of the F4L, a stomp on a Kinderhulk, and Tristan has caught him as Sub-Zero has been eliminated, as we've seen. Good showing, though, for Sub-Zero, one member and half of Fire and Ice. Scorpion, unfortunately, was eliminated from the melee, which is from the Team Warfare match, as Kinderhulk just tossed Crip Boy The Crip Boy Parfait. Reverse suplex. You are showing off that strength. And now Tristan looking to finish, put the nail in the coffin. Ooh, and there's a stunner. He calls that the button masher, as he is a big YouTube guy. Ooh, and Tristan takes down Kinderhulk, and at number 17, all the way from Bangor, Maine, as he is a surviving member of his team, Stephen King, the legendary horror author, who's picking his spots, which is smart. There goes Kinderhulk, courtesy of Tristan, former champion himself, as Crip Boy welcomes Stephen King by a suplex. And now Crip Boy picking his spots, driving the knee into the head of Tristan, and Stephen King, not very smart by the King of Horror, paying attention to the fans, and Crip Boy will remind him this is a melee, and he could have just easily been dumped over the top, as Crip Boy now trying to eliminate Stephen King as well. And Tristan's going to give him a hand. Tristan knows his buddy Mike is not overly fond of horror movies. King of Horror, though, hanging on as they're trying their darndest to get rid of him. And here comes the sole survivor of the Smooth Operators. It's KD Smooth. His team was annihilated. And, oh, KD Smooth with some new attire. Very impressive look by KD Smooth. As Stephen King, not impressed by KD Smooth's attire. And thanks for coming, KD Smooth. That was like the shades of the old bushwhacker, in one side of the ring and out the other. Stephen King eliminating KD Smooth as quick as he came in. KD Smooth might have the record for the shortest amount of time in the ring right now, as Stephen King is the only one standing after taking to Tristan and Crip Boy, member of the F4L as well as a member of the OK Thank You Minty. Well, yet to see Mike or we haven't seen Mike, nor have we seen Minty as of yet. And there goes Tristan, courtesy of Crip Boy, and here comes Sleepy Bear. We saw the Horror Connection, and here comes Sleepy Bear, the captain of that team, the genius Native American, who Crip Boy is looking to put an end to early. And there he goes. Thanks for coming. And Sleepy Bear going right back to take a nap, back into hibernation, as Crip Boy goes to follow up on the master of King of Horror. There's a power bomb. What a showing by Crip Boy. Showing the power of the F4L running through his veins. Feeding off the crowd. Uh-oh. King catches him with a DDT. And he's up. Crip Boy, ooh, right hand. Both guys in the ring looking at each other. Another right hand overhead shot. Crip Boy still on his feet. And now King using some speed to his advantage. Still in his, uh-oh. Here comes Jackson R. Scott, folks, who has a little bit of a issue with the Kingsman, as he has caught the Master of Horror with a kick to let him know he's there. And the former BA champion is taking matters in his own hand. Crip Boy is out. He's not even moved since Stephen King has put the boots to him. And now Jackson R. Scott, the latest entry to this melee, former BA champion, the leader of the chess club. He and Doctor Who were the survivors of that group. Unfortunately for Jada Martell as well as Jack Dylan Grazier, they unfortunately were not able to continue on, unfortunately. As Crip Boy eliminates Stephen King, Jackson R. Scott looking to get rid of Crip Boy, but not so fast. And here comes a member of the Strike Force, and it is Leo the Bull Curtis, who has been chomping for a bit for a championship match. And of course, whoever wins this melee will be the #1 contender. On December 4th, will get that opportunity to challenge the now champion. Well, depending on who wins, if they are a member of if they're in the class of the MMA Grand Prix title, then they will challenge their current champion, Austin Bump. However, if they are in the Dream Masters F4L Icon realm, then they will challenge Riley Simmons of the new, well, not new now, he is already defended, he's already withstand. And it looks like so much for Stephen King being the one to represent his team, as it was he who said that, you know, Pennywise was going to decline his... Oh, speaking of Austin Bump, here comes his dad, former F4L Icon champion Gabe. How huge would it be to become the #1 contender and challenge Riley? And father and son duo will be the leaders of the pack by holding each of them holding the 2 major titles. European uppercut. Nice missile drop kick by Jackson R. Scott, taking it to Leo the Bull Curtis, the rugby MMA fighter from the UK. Jackson R. Scott hence as a takedown. I don't think these two have had an opportunity to meet each other. And Crip Boy with another elimination. Thanks for coming, Gabe. And Gabe going right back to the locker room to go celebrate some more with his son, who is already the MMA Grand Prix champion. As Leo the Bull Curtis now trying to... Oh, Crip Boy eliminates Leo the Bull Curtis. Crip Boy's doing an amazing job here. Oh, boy. Here comes Mason Stritzel, folks, of the Strike Force. Leo the Bull Curtis's teammate, as well as the brother of Carter. They are the Stritzel's Fight Club. We saw Mason earlier in a heartbreaking loss to number 13, and then that was when Austin of the father-son fist bump cashed in the case of fate to become the new MMA Grand Prix champion. Already big surprises. Go back and watch it. As Jackson, going to take down Crip Boy. Crip Boy is doing an amazing job here. And now here comes Mason, who wants a chance at getting that title back and challenging Austin. Of course, Jackson R. Scott is also in the realm of the MMA Grand Prix realm, and Crip Boy eliminates Jackson R. Scott. Another elimination for Crip Boy. Amazing. Speaking of amazing, here comes Awesome. It's the leader of the Awesome Ones, and there goes Crip Boy. That's huge by Mason. Huge elimination for Mason right there. However, now in comes my son, Shap Awesome, the leader of the Awesome Ones. We saw Philip. We saw Stan the Man Lee, and of course Sean Awesome, the only survivors of his group. Shap Awesome drew a lucky number here, coming later on in the night. It's hard to imagine being early and having the lucky number to run the gauntlet, so to speak. As Mason, who has not had a lot of... These two have not met too many times off and on, except for in melees like we are seeing now. As Mason now dragged to the side. Watch out here. As Shap Awesome looking to make it an early night for Mason. Oh boy, look out. Here comes one of the most dominant champions of all time from Aussie. Ooh, and welcome to the ring by Skip Evanzagiri. It's Minty. Minty was a member of our roster a couple years ago, and he was undefeated all the way for about 9 or 10 months, winning 2 titles. One of them he relinquished because he went to the main roster, as Shap Awesome taking it to Minty. Minty's got to be careful here. Shap Awesome's up to stuff. Minty reverses, and Minty wisely eliminates Shap Awesome. Nicely done by Mason. I'm sorry, by Minty. That's a huge elimination. as we get into the nitty-gritty, and here comes Shaheem Blue of the Stevens group. We saw his grandfather earlier, George Animal Stevens, and here comes Shaheem. Sent to the corner by Minty. Oh, Shaheem sends Minty to the corner. What an elimination there by one of the most dominant people on our team in Dream Masters. Dominated the Rookies division, dominated Monday, and Shaheem Blue, the A-lister, just showed him, wait a minute. Here comes a former MMA Grand Prix champion, Yasani Verkovitz, number 13, in his soccer attire this time, representing the Red Army. He is the final member of the Red Army. We saw Ivan the Dolphin Shark kick things off, as well as Igor, Kinder Hulk, and now Yasani Verkovitz, number 13, taking it to Shaheem Blue. You got a change in between here, it looks like. And going for a body slam. Shaheem uses that size advantage to get out of there. And Yasani Verkovitz clothesline. We know he'd like to get another opportunity. We know he's already going to have a rematch for the MMA Grand Prix title. Ooh, headbutt. Working on the arm now. Ooh. Verkovitz nailed with the right hand by Shaheem Blue. And Mike OK of OK Thank You at 28. So Minty and Tristan about to be maybe get a little retribution by Mike. Well, Verkovitz just planted him with a clothesline. And he turns his attention back to Shaheem Blue, the A-lister. As Mike celebrating, I don't know what exactly. Maybe he's celebrating the fact that his football team and sports teams are doing phenomenal down there in Tampa Bay, Florida. Oh my! There's the gold. There's the button smasher by Mike. As Verkovitz not very impressed by giving him a couple kicks to wake him up. Of course, he's a football player. That's soccer for the people in the United States, by the way. From Moscow, Russia, he just knocked out Mike with a kick. And remember, you got to pick the person up to throw him over the top rope. And here comes at number 29. He is the captain of the JoJo's Adventure Group, the bodybuilder JoJo. Now hitting the ring. Shaheem looking to eliminate Mike, and JoJo has just grabbed number 13, Yasani Verkovitz. And wait a minute. And JoJo with elimination, number 29, which means there's only one person left. And we all know it is me, since it was Sean Jazz Stevens who won the opportunity, as he won a melee, a captain's melee. Whoever won the match was in at number 30. Whoever lost the match, secondary, would be opening, and that was Ivan the Dolphin Shark. So by virtue and by mathematics, Mike's eliminated by Shaheem Blue, and JoJo sends Shaheem to the corner. Number 30 is going to be the icon, Sean Jazz Stevens. Interesting attire, get up. So we got a member of the Stevens team. We have a member of the JoJo's Adventure, and we have actually 3 captains, as if each one of these individuals were captains. Ooh. And Sean Jazz Stevens is not new to these types of matches. Nice fall away slam. And Shaheem would have thrown off the ropes. Wisely holds on to the ropes. Uh-oh. And, oh no. One-handed spine buster. Using that power. And then JoJo showing off some power of his own with a backbreaker. And the bodybuilder using those weightlifting techniques to come in and play here. And that's that's a lot of weight to be thrown around there by JoJo. That's over 300 pounds. Well, over 290 anyway. And JoJo now, JoJo the smallest person in the ring, but as we've seen from time and time again, you can't let that necessarily be a factor. Just by the fact that someone smaller on this show has, oh my! Wow. So Jazz caught Shaheem nice and relaxed on the apron, just sitting there, and caught him with a clothesline. Unquestionably surprising Shaheem Blue. And now it's a one-on-one between JoJo, the bodybuilder, and Sean Jazz Stevens, the F4L icon. One of these individuals is going to challenge Riley Simmons, since they are both in the F4L icon category. Nice takedown there by JoJo. Missing the right hand, and a right hand of his own. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh my, what a move by Jazz. Sean Jazz Stevens taking it to JoJo. JoJo not going down without a fight, though. Uh-oh, here comes the shadow kick. Shadow kick coming up from the youngster. Ooh, sweet dreams. JoJo barely awake. But JoJo putting the brakes on. Kicks to the gut. JoJo's fighting on instinct here, folks. JoJo's undefeated thus far, really. What a win this would be to win this melee and to challenge the champion, Riley Simmons, on December 4th. Missing that kick. I don't think he got all of that kick, however. Jazz on his feet, and JoJo with that power. That's an incredible feat of strength right there by JoJo, who's just tossing around the 240 pounds icon of the F4L. Short clothesline. JoJo, it is customary, but Sean's on his feet. JoJo. Oh, we saw him do this. And look at this again. And JoJo. JoJo, the bodybuilder. What an amazing feat of strength from the bodybuilder from the United States, who is still undefeated virtually, but his team, the JoJo's Adventure, that is unbelievable. So the bodybuilder JoJo, not only is he going to be on Mount Olympus someday, he on December 4th has